And we are live.
We are
Welcome
live.
back, everyone, to another episode of Nerdsters of the Universe. We have the power. I'm Kerwin.
Pizza.
And we're back. We're a little bit of a hiatus. Wasn't feeling good one day. I wasn't feeling good one day. We just a lot of stuff going on. Pizza had a birthday last week.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did. We own those birthdays now. We own them.
Yeah, now my big 53 now.
Big 5'3". That means you're 8, right?
Yeah. Well, it's the what do they say? It's the 32nd anniversary of my 21st birthday.
Yeah, there you go. But no, man, I was planning on going to the con in Jersey.
Yeah.
Things came up, finances came up. By the time it was all said and done, when I was looking at it, it was going to cost me about $300 to drive, more to fly.
Yeah.
I wanted to have spending money, but then to take 3 days off work, Thursday, Friday, and Monday, you got to factor that in. That's another $350 I'm not getting paid. It was just getting to the point where it was ending up being over $1,000 to $1,500 to do this fun trip, which I would love to have done it.
Oh yeah.
But I just couldn't swing it.
Yeah, life happens sometimes, and
Yeah, I just couldn't swing
mean,
it.
we're both dads, and sometimes there's a little bit of a priority that has to come up. Family.
We're on a float trip with Maddox, Nora, Crashley, and her mom. So I mean, we still had fun over the weekend.
That's good.
But, driving an hour and a half to a place and renting a raft for $100 and spending some time on the water is a lot cheaper than driving to Jersey.
Yeah, up to Philadelphia and all that stuff. Yeah.
But either way, I'm hoping next year we get more cons all over the place.
Yeah, I'm hoping
we can find one that bridges that gap.
I know there's one. There's Farpoint and Shore Leave. They're both in Maryland, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hours south of me, from me. So they might be a little closer if you want to try and do that.
They're not closer to me.
No, they're not that.
They're not closer to me.
One big drive is a big drive.
It's the same. I'm here and you're looking at like this.
Yeah, it's still.
I'll go. The opposite direction. I'm not sure how the screen orientation left, right,
south,
northwest. So maybe
here's Philadelphia, New Jersey,
or like
here's
this.
Maryland,
I guess east.
Here's Missouri.
It's like I need one or the other. But no, I mean it was fun. I was hoping, it was what it is.
It was
I'll go eventually. I will be able to go back to cons eventually. However, I did have a find at an auction at the 4th of July. Wow. Labor Day auction.
Yeah.
I worked it. I ringed it where you hold up the stuff to sell and everything. And I was over on coins. And I'm sitting there, going through the coins, pulling out the Morgans and stuff like that. And I see a coin. And I'm like, no one's wanted. They're just toss up the sun. I'm like, you know what? Go ahead. I'll bid $1 on this. And they're like, you don't want that. That's a fake. It's not a fake. No, that's a fake. I'm like, it's not a fake. I'll start a bid $1. Let's see where it goes. I got it for $1.
Yeah.
Now, they said it was a fake because, it's got a copy on it. It's supposed to. Let's see if because I have yet to actually meet someone outside of, like, close friends, like just out and about, that knows what this is.
That's a Liberty Head dollar. That's a Liberty Head dollar.
It's got copy right there under my finger.
Yeah.
It's called a Morgan if you're looking at the coin wise.
Yeah.
But what coin is this? Come on, pizza.
It looks like a Liberty Head, but I can't see that well on the screen. It's just blurry to me.
Let me see if I can get it to focus better.
Yeah, I think it's my screen more than anything else.
No, it's not wanting to focus really well. Guys, while we're doing this, if you're watching on the replay, head down to the comments real quick and see if you can tell me what the significance of this coin to a stream like ours, a channel like ours is. Come on, you guys can get it.
That looks like that's the Two-Face. It's the two-headed
There
coin.
you go. You got it.
Yeah.
That's Two-Face's coin.
Yeah.
And they were like, it's worth $10 to $15 on Macari. They're like, no, it's not. It's a fake. I'm like, it's not a fake.
As soon as you turned it over and I saw the scratches, when they focused on the scratches.
I was like, it's not a fake. They have to put copy because, they're not authorized to print money. So they have to stamp copy in it.
Yeah.
I showed my boss,
awesome.
and he's like, why would somebody scratch the back of it up like that so much? I was like, that's how it was made, Rick. I was like, he went crazy.
Yeah, obviously you're not a nerd.
No.
One thing I want you to do. Okay, now you were supposed to come to the con. I had a surprise for us.
I know.
Which
I'm sorry.
I got since I know Shatner's agent / publicist Jerry, and we had VIP for the con. The picture I got from Shatner, I don't know if you got that there. Yeah. I was behind, like right on the side of him, like I was with his little group all weekend. Well, Saturday I went. I got to have lunch with them. I was hanging out with them. That's him signing. Ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, you can take that down. That's him signing this.
Oh, nice.
And also
personalized.
Ready for this? Where's Crashly? Is she around?
She's playing Fortnite with the kids.
Oh. Well, it's also a picture of him signing this.
I can't read it.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's my name.
That's your name. So he signed both of these. Your name and my name. So he was going to write like this big Kerwin, sorry I missed you, all this stuff. Like, look, just sign his name. It's like, that's not. He was pretty cool.
I gotta get to a con with him in it now, man. Oh,
I did because when Doug Jones showed up, he was just the funniest thing you ever wanted to see. That was the other show, the other picture.
For those who may not understand Doug Jones, yeah, hopefully you do know who Doug Jones is.
Yeah, Doug Jones is Saru. There he is. He's Saru.
He's also been in Hellboy and numerous other things.
Hellboy, Hocus Pocus, he's Billy Butcherson.
Yep.
He's in The Color of Water or something like that. Legion, he's always a character actor in some kind of makeup. Oh, yeah. Pan's Labyrinth. But he was sitting there, and I showed him the picture that my daughter drew of him, which is amazing. You've seen, if you've followed our show, you've seen Anna's work before.
Amazing work.
He just gave like a little, oh my God, and he was loving it, and he took the camera and he's showing everybody the picture and everything.
Halloween in the house.
There she is. He was gonna give me a picture, an autographed picture for Anna, and I said, well, she's not really a Star Trek fan. She's a big Billy Butcherson fan. That's why she drew it. He goes, oh, I didn't bring any Billy Butcherson. Then he goes, his assistant, Kevin, come here. Go run up to the room and print out a picture of Billy Butcherson for me, quick. Because this girl needs a picture. Yeah. So Kevin shuffled on up to the hotel room and they printed off a picture of Billy Butcherson. He signed it for Anna. But for Halloween, this is the one picture is from me, from Bill. And then we got Kerwin one too.
I wasn't able to go, and now I feel like even worse because you had this whole surprise set up.
Oh, you should have seen me. I was living it like the King Tut, man. I bet. I hope I didn't disappoint you too badly, man. I knew like some of my friends were there, and they're like, "Hey, we're going over to the restaurant to get some lunch. You want to come with us?" I'm like, "No. I'm going to go have lunch with Bill and them, So, was playing it up hard. It was like I sat
Is
there.
he
with,
as down to earth as I would imagine?
He goes in spurts. The first time I met him, I wouldn't have cared if I ever met him again. But this time, he was funny. You could tell he's getting older, but he was pretty fun.
See, I've never met him before, and I mean, over the years, I look at it in a sense that when you're meeting fans, you're meeting people who feel like they know you, and you've got no clue who they are. That's got to be hard. That's got to be difficult.
Yeah, he was.
So at times you can. I'm sure you get overwhelmed, and I know you shouldn't take it out on the fans. Well, but you got to understand sometimes you just get overwhelmed. We all know it. If you live like us, you got a married life. Sometimes you get home from work and you're just like, I don't want to do anything. Leave me alone. I'm sure the wife at times like, don't even want to see him again right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we were in the back, like they had like an area set up for them to eat and stuff like that, separate. Like if they wanted to eat like buffet kind of food, which I was fine with back there with everybody. I sat with Bill, his new, I guess, girlfriend or whatever. We cannot confirm nor deny kind of thing. His agent, Jimmy Doohan, like Scotty's son.
Oh.
And Terry Farrell, Adam Nimoy, because they're married, because they were there. Funniest thing I've ever seen. Stamets the character you don't like, was doing this thing on stage, singing like from Rent.
Yeah. And
Doug goes, "Oh, sometimes I wish he would just shut up." I was like, I think, and like Connor Trenier was there. He remembers me from all the cons I go to. He's like, "You're not a Klingon today." I said, "No, with the mask thing, I can't get the thing on and all that stuff." He's like, He said, "Just hang out." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I can geek out just as fine without all that stuff." He goes, "We all can."
Yeah, Harlequin. That's exactly what I'm saying. We look at our everyday lives in our jobs, and sometimes how we just have to gather ourselves before we can actually be social. And they have a lot of times their job requires them to be social, and it's hard. You can only imagine, if you get 50 billion people coming up and trying to do this or do that, or they get salty because you won't give them this for free, or you won't act like they're your bread and butter 24/7. Like, dude, we can get along.
Yeah, they still have a life. They're still.
Yes, I can just imagine. Sometimes they're gonna have bad days, and
that's what
I'd always give them the benefit of that. I never judge by a first meeting.
Yeah,
I would always go more for like a second meeting, something where they're a little bit more comfortable, especially once they realize that you're not going to be one of those crazies that just hound.
Yeah,
because they do hound. I'm sure they do. They did 20 years ago. I'm sure they still do today. I'm sure there's people out there that hound.
Yeah, I mean, they were even talking like Bill was saying he doesn't sign autographs or anything like that outside of conventions. He said because when he's somewhere, he goes, if I sign one, he goes, then a line builds up, and then he's stuck. So he's in, he's out, he does his thing, and a lot of them are like that, and they're like, it's not like Bill was like, I'm not trying to be a dick. He's just, it's, he goes,
it is what it is. I mean,
yeah. It was funny because Jerry, his publicist, was like, "Oh, Rob, I remember you," but he didn't remember me. He just, I mean, he might have remembered the name and from talking, but he didn't know me from whoever. But I had a really good time though. They showed me around. I had, talked to some, actually got to talk to some the celebs without the crowd around and being rushed by handlers and all that stuff.
And see, that's why I wish, because that's how it was when I went to that con back in 99 or 98 or whatever. Yeah. I was able to go around and talk to the celebrities, talk to the people. And it wasn't go around and talk to about, why was this on set? No, I got to talk to them, get to know them a little bit, hear what they're working on or this or that, get pointers from them, just talk to them as a human being, just like I would talk to anybody that I meet anywhere else. And it was fun. And when it came time for the autographs, it was like, go up, get your autograph. And a lot of times, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, hey, how's it going?" Because you talked to them earlier. And that's, I I wish I would have went, but that's one thing that does concern me about going to other cons is I hear from a lot of people that's gone.
Yeah,
that a lot of times it's line to line, herd them on through.
Yeah, especially creation anymore. I was watching the people in the lines and at the picture things and all that stuff. You like there, move in, smile, go. Get your picture, go. Stand in line, sign your autograph, go. There's no real chat. There might be a hi, how you doing? Oh, great, nice to see you. That's about it. You're not getting anything.
All thanks to money grab. Let's try to cram as many people in as possible. It's like,
Yep.
I wish I had the money to do conventions, put them on, because with me, it would all be small, personal. Let's not cram as many people in and get as many people through the line as possible. No, let's make it personalized. Let's come and spend a weekend, have some fun, mingle, hang out, talk with the celebrities that you grew up loving or whatever.
Yeah.
And go on. If you don't behave properly, bye. But
I do understand some of it. They got to make the money because they have to pay the celebrities. Number one, they pay them to be there. They put them up to be there. They're paying the room, the board, stuff like that. But I can understand. But still, don't just shove them through like you're a bunch of cattle in the going for the slaughter kind of thing.
See, I'm the kind of person. Me personally, I would pay double the price to have half as many people there to be able to get to mingle.
Yeah.
Like if a ticket was going to be, if a weekend pass was going to be $300 because we were looking at the silver.
Yeah.
If it was one of those things to where it's like it's not crowded, you get to go around and it's more of a social area instead of a stand in line theme park area, then yeah, I would have paid a lot more to do that. And I think it would have been, and I think there's a market out there for that.
Yeah, it's a lot. There was a lot of people there. Like a lot of them came in for the day passes and stuff. So the little mixers and stuff weren't really crowded.
Yeah.
But Jerry Ryan didn't show up. She was doing a different convention. But the guy that plays Hugh.
I thought she was filming. She decided to do a different convention.
Apparently she was doing a different convention closer
she heard
to where
you were going. She secretly watches the show, and she's like, "Oh, that guy's going to be there. I'm out."
Oh God, no! That goofy one that slobbered and smiled. It was. Tilly and all them, not bad. I had some fun. Stamets was a goober. Did
you tell him that I wanted his character to die?
No, I didn't say it. He seemed like he was in too good of a mood. But I think I might have ruined that mood a little bit because I pointed out his Adventures in Babysitting character. I said, I remember you back from Adventures in Babysitting, little red-haired kid. And he was like, oh, my God.
You're like, dude, that was your best work.
I know. I said, that was the greatest thing right there. When he was shutting the sliding door on her, when you went, did you see the size of her? And the door shut. He's like, I said, that was a movie I enjoyed back in the day. I said, and the funny thing is when that movie came out, it was set in Chicago, and I was stationed in Great Lakes, right near Chicago.
There you go, yep.
I was having a good old time.
Yeah, man. Oh, gosh. Man, it sounds like it was a blast.
Yeah, I was getting so full of myself with my friend. Come on, come eat. No. I'm going to have lunch with Bill and them. That's all right, Maybe next time. Sorry.
Probably not going to let you do it next time.
No, I doubt it. I probably won't get away with that too much. But it was. The problem around here, the conventions are always so crowded because we haven't had a Star Trek convention here since the 50th anniversary one.
Yeah,
it's been almost 5 years since they've been back.
Yeah, and Halloween. Yeah, it is hard because there's so many fans and so few of them. But at the same time, I don't want to sound like a butthole or anything or a dick, but yeah, there's a lot of fans. But sometimes exclusivity helps with things. I think of it like comic books, right? There's thousands upon thousands of people that read comic books and love comic books, but the fact that a comic book may only have a 5,000 book run,
yeah, that's it,
makes it more valuable. someone can get it. And I mean, it's more, and if you were to have that con that people would talk about, like, yeah, man, I got to go. I was able to hang out. It wasn't like it just rushed through. You'd be booked every single time. And as long as your business plan profits.
Yeah. I mean, these people
pretty
are
well
like,
from a full house and you're getting booked. Of course you would get it. And you're going to get the celebrities because, come on, if I'm a celebrity, I have an option. Oh, I could go to this con where, yeah, I can get thousands of autographs out, but I'm exhausted because or I can go to this one where, yeah, I won't get as many autographs out, but it's more comfortable, nicer setting. Which one am I going to pick?
They were saying, some of them were like, they're at a convention. There's the few of them, but they're at a convention just about every week is a different convention for them somewhere. Between Europe, South America, Brazil is real big now, all over the United States. Terry Farrell was like, where are we at now? Oh, yeah, Philly, New Jersey area. Okay. And it's just like, I don't know how they get anything done. I mean, I always said I would want to be a Star Trek celebrity, but they just, they're just like, oh, yeah, okay, we're smile, and then they go out and do their thing.
Halloween, if me and Pizza ever, if it did come to fruition, maybe it would be us making it, and then you'd be able to go.
Yeah.
We'd have a VIP list.
There we go. Yeah, we would definitely have a VIP list.
I think that would be cool to do. I mean, obviously, it's not something we could do because how much money does it take to put on a convention? I mean,
a lot.
You got to have all that money up front. You get paid after the fact. But you're looking at $300 or anywhere from $150 to $300 a day just in insurance. So $900 for insurance. We'll round up $1,000 for insurance. Each celebrity's what, $2,000 to book. So if you had 10 celebrities, you're at $20,000 right there. The venue's going to cost you a good, $20,000 a week. It's not a small feat. I mean, $20,000 is pretty high for a venue, but you know what I mean.
My friend Sam, the one that does the Klingon stuff with us, and he used to do smaller Comic Cons, like Firehouse Hall type Comic Cons and things. Mm-hmm. Maybe one or two smaller celebrities, maybe three, like a comic book artist, maybe a celebrity. Yeah. And he was still putting up $25,000 back then.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it hits the point of 35.
Definitely make it back. He would make the money back, no problem.
Well, yeah.
But he said the aggravation alone just wasn't worth it. He just doesn't do it anymore. He said you have to have a big team to do something like that. Like Creation Entertainment is that's their thing.
Oh yeah. No, again, it's plausible. Anything you want to do, if you put your mind to it, you can do it.
Yeah.
I never talk myself out of something because, that would be too hard or that's unattainable. If I feel like I can attain it, if I want it, I'll push for it. My thing is I don't have the money to buy a small house right now, so I couldn't put on a con right now. But at the same time, you never know. Things may fall into place with other things. You never know. Yeah. I think it'd be great. I personally would stick more towards the television side of it. I would stick more towards the science fiction side of it. Yeah. Not just TV and movies, but, authors and stuff like that. But it would solely be the sci-fi side. Like, legitimately, I think a venue like that has the potential to be as popular as Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
And it would be one of those things that it's like, completely exclusive. Not, I'm talking tickets would sell out like that. Not like, let's go get a day pass. Sorry, there aren't any day passes. Like, it would be set up, meals, dinners, you come in, you want to leave for a little bit and come back, that's fine. But, it would be an inclusive event type thing where you could hang around and just overall inclusive event. I think that would have so much appeal to it. And
that's why they have those Star Trek cruises. They're a little more, there's not as many people. It's a cruise ship. Yeah, granted, it's not like a huge one, but, that's like you're there for the entire week or whatever.
Yeah.
You're going like to the Bahamas or the Caribbean or wherever.
But that's more a cruise. I've looked into them, and every once in a while they'll have some celebrities on there, but for the most part.
The Star Trek celebrities usually are pretty good on those Star Trek cruises. And I will say one thing. I hope I'm as spry as Shatner is when I'm 90. That guy, he moves along. He does his thing, and he's 90 90 years old.
Mm.
So I don't know. I mean, he was
Traveling through space made him limber.
he was zooming along. I was surprised some of the other ones weren't there. I know George Takei wouldn't be there with Shatner.
Actually, George Takei is in Texas with Shatner.
Was he? They're usually not
it's coming up. I don't know if it is done or it was done.
I didn't think they did the cons together anymore.
Let me see here. I know, guys. I'm looking at other stuff. I'm typing. I'm looking. All right, let's look. Upcoming conventions. Where's it at? Where's that? Oh, come on. I know what to do. I'm going to go on my phone because that's where somebody had shown me.
Yeah, I love at the conventions, too, when Shatner's there. Everybody knows right when he's coming out on stage because you always see him wheeling the captain's chair out. the TOS captain's chair. George Holoqueen, we've met George at the Franklin Institute here when they did the Star Trek exhibit all over the country when they did after the 2009 movie. And we had tickets to do, like he did a talk lecture kind of thing the one night and we had tickets for it. He is a very eloquent, very funny speaker. Like he talked about when he was a kid in the American Japanese camps here because his family was in one of the World War II American prison camps. And he spoke about when he started out acting, and he's very nice. He's very, very nice. He's gotten a little too political lately for me for these events. I mean, they all have their little stands and things like that, but I think at a Star Trek convention, people don't want to hear that things like that.
I somewhat agree with that. I may not agree with someone's views, but I feel if they feel strongly enough about their views to where they feel like they need to say something, if they have the ability, if they have the soapbox to stand on it, stand up and say something, I will not knock someone for utilizing a soapbox that they have the ability to stand on to speak.
Right, but lately
it's been agree or not.
But lately, it's been more dominating his talks. Like it used to be Star Trek, and he would throw something in a little here and there. Now it's starting to dominate a bit. And listening to him talking about the episode of Star Trek where they asked me, "Do you know how to use a sword?" And like any good actor, of course I can. Of course I can use a sword.
Hey, Crashly's here, pizza.
Hey, Crashly.
Hey.
Show it.
Show what?
Show it.
Got Norman naked.
Show what?
Show what you got me.
Oh, look, Crashly.
Who's that?
He got me a William Shatner
Is that your
autograph.
dad? Oh.
Oh my God. Points off, Crashly. Come on.
I don't even know who Shatner is, but that's a very unfortunate last name. Like Shatner.
Hey, did I say anything about your hero having a girl's first name? No, I did not.
It is what it is.
Yeah, he talked about that. He goes, of course, as an actor, I said, of course I know how to use a sword. I can do that very well. And then Takei looks at the audience and he goes, and I did what any good actor did. When I left that day, I looked for somewhere where I can learn how to use a sword. Because he said, I had no clue what I was doing.
All right. Fan Expo, Dallas, Texas.
There it is.
All celebrities. We've got now.
I didn't think they.
This is the 17th. This is this Friday, this coming weekend. They've got Ryan Hurst, Ron Perlman, Theo Rossi, Colton Haynes, Carl Weathers, Jeremy Shada, Zachary Levy, Tim Rosen, Melanie Scrofano, Matthew Lewis, Robert Patrick, Ray Fisher, Christopher Eccleston, Adam Savage, Zachary Quinto, William Shatner, George Takei, Walter
Oh,
Koenig,
wow.
David Koshner. Hey, David Koshner's a Missourian. Oscar Nunes, Kate Flannery, James Masters, Stephen Amell, Mario Lopez, and Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Gosler. Gosler, yeah.
Sorry, I'm horrible with pronunciation.
That's isn't that Zach from Saved by the Bell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Canceled guests. So these are people that were on the list that canceled. Dave Bautista, Brian Baumgartner, Brent Spiner, Gates McFadden, Billy Piper, Anthony Michael Hall, Elijah Wood, Billy Boyd, Dominic Monaghan, Sean Astin, Wayne Knight, Brendan Fraser, and Brennick Meyer.
Oh, I wonder why Brendan Fraser canceled. I would have liked to have seen him.
Who knows? It would have been awesome, but
I think a lot of the people are.
Doom Patrol season 3 starts this month.
Yeah. Oh, there's Kitty.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Ferdinand.
Hello, Queen said hi, Crashly. Sorry, guys, didn't mean to yell. All right, but moving on. Cons.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have gone. Next one, I'm not going to pass up. I'm going to start saving now, and I'm just going to have a con. Like, I'm not touching that money. That's for the convention.
I want to set up something to go up to that the Star Trek set tour in New York.
That would be cool too. And if Shatner's going to be there, I just want to meet the guy. I mean, come
He's
on.
always there.
He's not going to be there this weekend.
No, not this weekend. No, but he's always there. Though, he was there a month or two ago, and he always shows up around certain things. For some reason, I think one of his daughters lives up that way. I can't verify that for sure, but he always
Hello,
seems to be
Queen.
there.
You're not far from New York, are you? Only like a few hours?
I think it's Tioga, New York, Ticonderoga, New York, something like that up there.
That's northwestern New York, and it's close to Buffalo.
It's
close
about
to Buffalo. That's only like a few hours from.
It's about.
I'm assuming Hollow Queen lives more north in Ontario, but
it's 5 hours from me up to that part of New York.
Yeah, see, she could be in Buffalo in 2 hours, and New York is a pretty large state, but if it's closer to Buffalo, then it'd probably be a 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive for her, depending on where it's at.
Are you guys?
So we could have a blast.
Are you guys allowed out of Canada yet?
Yeah, with that, we're looking at something next year, Pizza. Hopefully things
true.
change.
Yeah,
We
hopefully.
ain't got to get into all that.
Isn't that what they said a year and a half ago? Only 2 weeks.
Oh, you live halfway between Detroit and Buffalo. Okay. See, I drove through Canada back in 2002. Went on a road trip with my mom and sister. Went up to Chicago. Went through St. Louis up to Chicago. Up west coast of Michigan. Across through Lansing, Michigan to Canada. Drove across Ontario to Niagara Falls. Then we hung around northern New York for a little while. Did some sightseeing. Went to some lighthouses and stuff like that. Drove down to Rochester, and then from Rochester we went to across Massachusetts to Boston, up to through Salem up to Gloucester. Looked at the memorial and everything. If you ever watched The Perfect Storm, they've got that memorial there from what the event that's based on. Went down to Rhode Island, through Connecticut, spent a few days in New York, and then went from there, drove through Pennsylvania down to Virginia, down to Washington, D.C., spent a couple days in D.C., and then just hightailed it back home after that. It was a fun week.
That sounds like a nice trip.
Railroad towns here don't really exist. Like where I live, you hear about me and Crashly talk about living out in the boonies. This used to be a railroad town. So, yeah, it's no longer a town. I mean, that railroad closed down 130 years ago. So,
yeah, Philadelphia, we had a little bit of stuff going through here.
well, there's still railroads going through. I mean,
yeah.
Jeff City railroad, but the railroad that came through here.
Yeah, I noticed like up here where we are, as you go like through New Jersey and down and things, you see the old railroads and you see the iron covered bridges. but they like stop, and then you see the new railroad bridges above them and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Well, everybody's sending everything overseas. That's why a lot of our manufacturing anywhere isn't doing so good over this way, North America.
Yeah.
Things go in South America and Asia.
All different thoughts on that, but trucking is a big thing too. Trucking it's the future versus railroad. I mean, you're gonna get a lot more places trucking than you can railroad because it is what it is.
And I think I've created several new nerds here lately. And my kids are always nerded out, but my daughter came up to me the other day and said, "Can we take Colin to the comic book store?" I'm like, sure, we can go. You know? And I brought them to the comic book store.
And who's Colin?
Colin is her friend. So,
which you approve now because he went to the comic book store.
yeah, it's just fine. But they all went in and they're looking around. They're looking at the Funko Pop. We took him to the Halloween store here, and we went to the comic book shop. And Anna I bought her, it's a Mubi piggy bank from Kevin Smith.
Movies.
It's a Mubi piggy bank. And Colin found a few like Funko Pops and all that. And they're looking at the magazines and the comic books. And they're looking around at everything. They went in the Halloween store to his collectible side. And they're looking at like Pinhead from Hellraiser and all that stuff. And Anna's got her Killer Clowns from Outer Space hoodie that I got her.
There you go.
Was that Ferdinand?
Yeah, it's Ferdinand. That's Crashly's kitty.
I was going to say he looks more like a daddy's boy than a.
No, it's just Crashly's busy right now with Ninja Nora, so he's like, I want attention.
Yeah, that's the way Banks is.
So, but no, man, I love the thought. Nora's getting into comic books more a little bit. She likes to talk about superheroes.
Yeah.
But aside from that, like I said, I had the hardest time trying to find people to understand what this is.
Oh yeah.
Harlequin, were you here when I showed this?
I think you did that before you signed on live.
No, I did it when I signed on live because I told people to put it in the comments.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I don't think she was here yet, though.
Harlequin, can you tell me what this is?
I already guessed it. It's two-headed.
I know what it is. I didn't see the other side.
Yeah. As soon as you turned it over and Robbie saw the other side, he was like, I know what it is.
You don't think so? Oh, you don't think you were in here when I showed it?
No, she got it. She got it right.
Yes, she got it. See? I'm not crazy. I got that for $1 at an auction because they didn't know what it was. They're like, it's a fake coin. Yes, it's not a real Morgan, but it is not fake for what it is.
Yeah.
But speaking of other things, let's move on. There's no segue to this. I'm just changing the subject.
Okay.
Movies, TV, nerdum. Let's go. Have you watched What If yet?
I watched the first two.
The first two.
Yeah.
Okay.
This week's been a little rough for me, so with everything going on, I watched the first two, and Ferdinand wants to play too.
I have watched the first 5 episodes.
Yeah.
And just a minute. Problem solved. I have watched the first 5 episodes, and I was digging it at first because I really, really like the first episode, Captain Carter episode, was right on the money.
I thought it was cool.
They hit the ground running. But they keep losing track. Like, they're starting to lose me in the show. Yeah. Honestly. Like, all right, I'm going to give some examples here. Hello, Queen. I know you're spoiler proof. Spoilers, guys.
She's caught up, though, she said so.
Okay, spoilers. All right. Episode 1, on the money. I didn't question, everything was fine with it.
Yeah.
Like I understood, okay, Howard was already working on the technology, so yeah, it's plausible that once he got the Tesseract, he could make an Iron Man suit, or a stripe suit because it was more like Star and Stripes, more like Stargirl. But I got that. The way they played everything else out was great. I loved how Captain Carter was stronger than Steve because it enhances who you are.
Yeah.
And Steve wasn't as strong as a normal human, so it would make sense that, she could be stronger. Hence why Captain America would struggle at times fighting, because if he's struggling as another super soldier that was stronger when they got the serum, but he got a more pure form of the serum, which can put him on par with it. I loved every aspect of the Captain Carter episode. The second episode, the T'Challa Star-Lord episod,
That was a little slow.
bugged me. Well, it certain aspects of it bugged me. One big example is T'Challa as Star-Lord. At what point in T'Challa's life did his parents call him Star-Lord like Peter Quill's mom did? That was the whole point he was called Star-Lord, was because that's what his mom called him.
Yeah.
And he would also just so happen to have Peter Quill's same sense of style. And little things like that it rubbed me the wrong way. It completely rubbed me the wrong way. Like I can still enjoy it, but it just, to me, they're just the inconsistencies in the writing. Like, come on,
Yeah.
you could have picked a better situation, a better idea with it. Episode 3, the was that the Ant-Man episode, the Hank Pym?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if all the Avengers died? That was a cool episode. I mean, I was kind of annoyed with the whole. I guess we would have never decided that Hank's daughter joined S.H.I.E.L.D., but she didn't really have any S.H.I.E.L.D. type training. Hope, so why would we know Hank didn't give her a suit until after Scott got out of jail? So, like, I guess the event of that would have changed it would not have been Hope joining S.H.I.E.L.D. It would have been Hope getting a hold of an Ant-Man style of a Wasp suit prior to Scott getting out of jail, causing S.H.I.E.L.D. to go after her. So, I mean, it could be written away as things that happened behind the scenes that you didn't see, but it's kind of a stretch. Still, I enjoyed it. But at the same time, okay. Episode 4, the Doctor Strange episode.
Yeah.
In another universe, Stephen Strange goes and looks for the mystical arts because instead of him losing his hands, he loses the girl. And yet every scenario, she still dies. And the chosen one, who in this Doctor Strange movie, the first one, said that she could never see past her death, didn't know what happened past her death, is able to appear past her death.
Yeah.
To talk to Strange, and tells him, "Oh, she has to die because no matter what, you don't search us out if she doesn't die." So you're telling me in every scenario he didn't have one where he hurt his hands?
Yeah. Right.
Like, come on. But whatever. It was a decent episode. I think it could have been a build-up. Maybe we're going to get Evil Strange in No Way Home. You never know. But the last episode, Marvel Zombies.
Zombie Spider-Man?
Oh, it wasn't Zombie Spider-Man. Peter didn't get bit.
Zombie Hunter Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think they kind of lost it on that one.
It was lazy. I mean, well, there's the whole Marvel Zombies comic series.
Yeah.
So it's not a shot in the dark. And I liked how they did the zombies. It was, the what if isn't, they say what if zombies, but the actual what if behind it is what if, what's her name? Hella Queen? I blanked on the name. Come on, Hope's mom.
Who?
Wanda?
Wanda?
No, Hope's mom.
Oh, Hope's mom.
Hank's wife. I blanked on the name. I had it right there too. It was the tip of my tongue. Janet.
Okay.
Janet Van Dyne. It was basically what if Janet had succumbed to a virus while in the quantum realm that was zombie-like.
Oh.
Halloween, yes. Now I see it. Yeah, I got it before Halloween put it up there. Woohoo!
We finally beat Halloween.
Yes. So I thought that was interesting. Somewhat annoyed with how all the superhero zombies still had their powers and knew what to do, but it was kind of funny watching. Like it starts out with Hulk falling into Doctor Strange's house.
Oh yeah,
Thanos is coming. Comes out his banner and like no one's there, and then the Thanos' children show up, and then they're sitting there talking, going, but no one's around. And all of a sudden, a portal opens up. A Doctor Strange portal opens up, and Iron Man's hand comes out and blasts the guy in the head. And then Banner's just going crazy, like what? And because they're zombies.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And it goes through, and I'm just like, this is fun. This is interesting. Obviously, a kid wouldn't care.
Yeah.
And so it's perfect as a kid's show. This is why I have a hard time watching some cartoons when they're integrated into the series, is because they have a hard time keeping it center. They either try to take it too childish, where they lose on the writing, or they take it too adultish, where they lose on the seriousness that could be there and make it too adult humor.
I think the exception is Teen Titans Go. That was for children, but that was cute. I mean, it's not.
Teen Titans is more the abomination.
No,
for
Teen
me.
Titans Go.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go is the abomination for me. I think it's funny and there's some stuff.
Yeah,
in there
it's
that's
very
cute,
different.
Teen Titans Go is very funny, but it
not
skewed a lot of views on how the Titans should be.
Yeah.
True.
All characterizations were just extremely off. It was like somebody described to the writer, this is how this person is, and that person was tripping on acid or something and imagined the craziest version of that and was like, that's how we'll make them.
Yeah.
Well,
Exact same
that's
theme.
like Anna and her friends for Halloween want to be the Teen Titans Go. And when she said she wanted to be Starfire, I'm like, which one?
Yeah.
And she's like, the one with the pink hair. I'm like, okay,
There you go.
we'll make that costume.
That's easy. But
Yeah.
I've been more caught up on
Silky.
Lower Decks and now Lucifer season 6.
Lucifer season 6 is out, or you're catching up on the previous?
No, the new
No,
one's out. The
it's
new season's out.
Just started?
Ooh, it's all there. All over the
I gotta get on it. I didn't realize that. Oh snap!
It's
But
good.
going back,
Yeah.
still in spoiler world
Go back
for,
to What If.
for
Yeah, go
Marvel's What If, episode 5. I was still able to get past that, but they end up, there was a neat little twist or whatever. They end up going to the bunker where the bunker in Jersey, from Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
and Vision's there, and he's found a cure that he can use with the Mind Stone. And Scott, you thought died, but then he's not dead, and he's just ahead, straight Futurama style.
Okay.
Straight Futurama style. He's just ahead,
Yeah.
on like a little ring or whatever. And he's like, "Oh yeah, he saved me, but he couldn't save the rest of my body." And then it goes and it shows T'Challa all strapped down and stuff. They're like, "Oh, did he save you?" And T'Challa's like, "Nope, I never turned. We need to go." And Vision's apparently been luring people to the bunker with hopes of a cure that he actually did find, and then feeding them to Wanda because she's too powerful for him to cure.
Oh, jeez.
So then Spider-Man and team, after losing some people and stuff like that, Vision finally goes, "Yeah, you're right. I got to go. I can't do this. I'm still logical. I can't. I've got to." Rips the Mind Stone from his own head, hands it off, and tells them how to do the cure. Well, the technology's in Wakanda, so then they get into a stealth and they go to fly to Wakanda. And the episode ends with them flying to Wakanda, and then it shows Thanos' army around Wakanda trying to bust in, and they're all zombies, and Thanos has all but one stone.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, Doctor Strange had the Time Stone in New York.
Yeah.
Thanos now has a Time Stone. That's one situation. Now he has a Time Stone. Okay, so Thanos decided to go down and get it anyway. That's how he became a zombie. Why is he in Wakanda? There's no Infinity Stone in Wakanda. The only Infinity Stone he'd be going for is the Mind Stone because he's got all the other ones in his glove.
Yeah.
That's on its way to Wakanda, but he doesn't know that. It was in Jersey while he was in New York.
Yeah.
Why go all the way to Wakanda? Like, I'm like, that doesn't add up. You're just trying to make it look cool and be like, But I just, like I said, it's losing me a little bit because it feels like it's catering more towards entertaining kids than it is to actual writing.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like Titans has a more coherent story than that, and we all know Titans has the coherent story equal to a DC Comics series.
Yeah. We have a Ginny.
That's my mom.
That's Ginny. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Ginny's here tonight. Yeah.
She says Lucifer rules.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yeah, you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this season.
I definitely need to watch it. Now I'm gonna give you guys. Crashly's gonna get mad at me because she hasn't done a live since it happened. So we're gonna debut it here.
Get Crashly if she feels like it and have her do an update.
Hey, Ginny, I don't know if you saw it yet or not. I got Kerwin an autograph this weekend.
Debut him here. Noelle had her babies.
Oh, more babies! Look,
More babies?
more kittens. Noelle had her babies.
Noelle did? Oh.
She was laying outside of our room with them when we got back from the float trip, and then we opened the door. She jumped up on the bed, and I put him on the bed. And then I walked out the room. She'd walk out the room and meow and rub my legs and want me to, hug my legs and then run back to the bed. She just kept wanting me to look at him. And then she'd look at him and look at me like, look, Dad, look what I did.
Look what I made. Oh.
I swear the entire diamond painting community is going to have one of your cats eventually.
Yeah.
My mom said she wants all of them. This is like a little Callie.
Oh, Ginny said mine. They're all mine, she said.
Okay.
This is like a little Callie.
I love the little Callies, especially the ones that are like gray, tan, and white. Not like
little tan tabby right here.
Oh, look.
And this is a gray one. I think he's going to be a little bit of a tabby, but look at his silver face.
Oh.
He's got a very silver face. All right, guys, I'll give you back to your mommy. Come on, Noelle.
Yeah, that's how I have our Binks listed now, as an emotional support cat.
Well, he is. He really is.
Yeah, he is.
If you're not feeling good, he's sitting right next to you.
Yeah, he knows when I'm having issues.
Hello Queen needs an emotional support floof. Are we even able to? Hello Queen, I don't know if that's possible. Then again, I don't know how customs works on animals. Oh, that's Joe Gray, by the way. She's already named the gray one, so
okay.
I would say she probably has. Alexa, stop. I didn't even talk to you. You can zip it.
Oh, I wonder if we can do that from here. Like, Alexa, turn the lights off.
Wait, no, more like Robbie, Anna, Matthew.
Yeah, well, that's
Turn
our
the lights off.
Yeah, our Alexa's the three kids running around. Go turn the channel. Bring me that. Come here. Go.
My sister chimed in. Mom thinks she's getting all of them.
Oh, we have a kitten fight.
Kitten fight. I guess that means your sister wants one too?
No, my sister and my mom share the house in a sense.
Oh, okay.
So
My mom with us.
they share the prop. Like they have their own little living situation, and
we had that with my mom.
They share bills equally. It's like a roommate situation. Helps them out, helps mom out, stuff like that. So yeah. She thinks she's getting all of them.
Oh, that's funny.
The other two are Dulcie and Kit. Oh, Kalina?
That's why Kalina's funny.
I already named them. You can't vote. You can't block that. She already gave them a name.
They're not. It's unvetoable.
No.
Oh, there was a huge fight between.
I've been had, guys.
What?
I've been had. Val, Hello Queen, don't let her know.
Did you touch the kittens?
Huh?
Did you touch the kittens?
What kittens?
I got an autograph from William Shatner.
Did he shat his pants?
Star Trek, Star Wars, nerd stuff. Shang-Chi was awesome.
Was it?
Oh yeah, man. It was
Crashly, Robbie
freaking
has
great.
Sorry.
Amazing.
Robbie has some interesting Fortnite stuff for you that as he was telling me about, I'm like, you have to tell Crashly. You have to tell Crashly.
Oh, yeah, Robbie.
Well, Ashley.
Robbie went and bought everything this season on Fortnite already.
But
He's already got Carnage and the pony, Fabio Sprinkle Tits or whatever the hell its name is.
Oh, he buys the levels.
he
did this
now,
time. He did
and
this
I'm like,
time.
no, that's cheating.
He's
We're
got
leveling up. We'll get them. We'll get them. We're leveling them up. We're doing the quests. It's so much easier to quest now though because they're all team assists
yeah.
as long as it updates properly. But nah, I mean Shang-Chi was amazing. I loved everything about that film, and I wasn't sure I was going to like Awkwafina's character in it because she annoys me at times.
She does. She really does.
But
Although I
she's
did-
perfect. Like I want more Awkwafina in the MCU.
Oh, really? I
Like-
like her as Ryu, the dragon, when she was the dragon on Ryu. I like that one. Did you see her in Jumanji Part 2? Or I guess the third Jumanji? The second one with The Rock and them in it?
Yeah, well, you'd have to remind me of the scene. I watched it, but
Awkwafina was playing Danny DeVito's character. So she was running around like a little Jewish man in her body. When Awkwafina was Danny DeVito's character. It was hysterical.
I don't remember. Okay, I'll have to watch that again. I don't recall that part.
It was
I
near
thought
the-
they-
it was
I thought
near
it was
the
all
end
the
of
same
the-
characters from the first one.
The same characters, but they had two new ones. Danny DeVito, the grandfather. And
Well,
they
I knew
had-
that the two grandfathers were new in the outside world, but I thought all the avatars in Jumanji were all the same avatars, just different people in
there
it.
were two extra characters, so they had two extra avatars.
Oh.
But Awkwafina was Danny DeVito's, and it was hysterical with her.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch
Like a
it.
little
It's
Jewish
been
guy.
a while since I watched it, and I watched it once.
Yeah, I saw it once or twice, but it was cute.
But no, man, it was amazing. It just all the way to the end credit scenes was great, and you're getting a hint on more of how the Avengers Phase 4 is going. You know,
Yeah.
everyone's talking about, oh, is it going to be Kang? Is it going to be this? I don't think it's going to be Kang. I think Kang's going to be a little bit more of a secluded, like a smaller one. I don't think he's going to be the huge one because if we remember watching Spider-Man Far From Home in credit, we had Fury on a spaceship flying.
Yeah.
And this one, the end credit scene, I'm not going to tell you what it is or how it plays out. It hints at, I would say, Shang-Chi takes place a little bit prior to Spider-Man Far From Home. I would say probably just a few months prior.
Okay, the way I thought it was set up is that it was right before Iron Man 1.
No, Shang-Chi is post in game.
Okay.
It couldn't be before Iron Man 1 because you've got Abomination in it.
They talk about the 10 rings and all that stuff, so it was,
Well, the 10 Rings has been around.
yeah, okay.
And they complete and totally, like, the Mandarin is in it. He doesn't go by the Mandarin, but he's in it. He talks about, he goes, I've been called many names. I even had this one guy pretend to be me, go by the name of the Mandarin. Like, they named him, like, they tried to be me, but named me after a freaking orange dish. What? Name me after an orange, guys, of food. You know, completely made fun of the Iron Man 3 reveal, in a sense. But it was great. It's just an amazing film. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's fun. It's witty. It fits perfectly. If you're looking at post-Endgame and you're trying to watch these shows post-Endgame, I'd probably be looking at WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, somewhat happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Loki happening within the entire expanse all the way up, because it's one thing about Loki is we don't know how long actually takes place.
Yeah.
Even Loki goes, I don't even know how long I've been here. So like if you like it through a full expanse type thing,
Yeah.
and the Shang-Chi Far From Home, I'm not sure if Eternals is going to be before No Way Home, or if they're going to tie it in to be like along with it. But you know, we're going to watch Eternals in a month and a half, so
Yeah.
we've got that coming out, and then No Way Home is going to be the big event that's going to lead on to more multiverse type stuff. But
That'll be good.
I still don't know which one it was.
Yeah, I was a little worried about how Shang-Chi was going to go. I said it's either going to be really good or it's just going to be filler. So I guess, it worked out.
it's an origin story, so
Yeah.
it doesn't so much. It's like Black Panther.
Yeah, it could be filler, but it could be good filler. You know what I mean?
It's really, really good filler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's really good filler. I mean, obviously, it's the story of Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
So, you got your origin story, but I love how they do that. They don't try to shoehorn an origin in there, with the exception of Vision and Wanda.
Yeah.
They were in an Avengers movie, but that fit with that story. But they didn't try to shoehorn a Hulk origin into an Avengers movie. No, they had a Hulk origin. They didn't try to shoehorn a Thor into it. They brought Spider-Man in, but then they still made a Spider-Man,
Right.
not
I still.
origin, but a coming of hero.
Did you see the trailer for Hawkeye yet?
No, I have not watched that yet. It came out. I didn't have the opportunity to watch it on my
Yeah,
phone.
that looks like it's going to be good.
I have seen the picture. It looks like he's got his hearing aids.
Well, they don't really focus too much with that, but who was it they introduced into that?
Kate Bishop.
What?
Probably Kate Bishop.
Yeah, Kate with it. He's got the little girl following him around now.
Oh, yeah.
Little
Oh,
pro.
they're totally doing a Young Avengers.
Yeah.
People doing comics and stuff like that, specking, it's causing costs to go up on crazy things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just can't wait. Do we have a release date on Discovery yet? I know it said 2021, so
November is Discovery.
well,
November
snap.
24th or 28th. Because they're going to finish Lower Decks. Then they go into Discovery. Then they're going to Strange New Worlds. If you saw the trailer for that, which I have issues with already, but and then in January they go into Picard.
Ah,
But
I can dig it. So we got a full winter ahead of us, man. Full winter. We got Carnage coming out.
we're waiting for Carnage. We're dying for Carnage.
We got Lucifer out now.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi. We got Carnage coming out. Your Lower Decks right now. We're gonna have Discovery. We're gonna have Eternals. We're gonna have Strange New Worlds. Spider-Man No Way Home. Picard. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Hawkeye. She-Hulk's supposed to be coming out within the next year or so.
I still have issues with Strange New Worlds already. I can't wait to see it. It looks like it's going to be good. But
Is it uniforms?
they changed them again.
If Pizza's got issues with something in the trailer when it comes to Star Trek,
that's not it. It's the
it's
characters.
uniforms. Somebody go find Garrick so he can fix it, because we all know that Garrick is the best tailor in the.
These uniforms look lazy, though. These ones look lazy. It's the characters they're talking about in the new show. They have Pike, they have Spock, they have Number One. Now, instead of Piper or Bryce, the Doctor, they pulled M'Benga from the original series. The Black Doctor that was on the show for one episode. They have him as it looks like the series regular Doctor.
Okay.
They have Cadet Uhura on the bridge
Okay.
showing up, which didn't make any sense. She shouldn't have been there yet. But then they have a character with the last name Noonien Singh. They're trying to make it as a relative of Khan, which I don't know how they did yet, because Botany Bay didn't happen yet. in Pike's world. Botany Bay wasn't until Enterprise. But they introduced the character as like dun 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 something Noonien Singh. So I was already.
We'll find out. Could be a descendant. Could totally be a descendant. I'm okay with her. They can change the Doctor. I mean, honestly, you only had the Doctors change. It could be him for a while. Then they could play around and bring in the other guy. They can change it up because if you recall, we had an entire season 2 of Next Generation where we didn't have Crusher.
Well, yeah, she was out having her baby for that.
And we also know that the menagerie. Is it the menagerie?
Which one? The Cage was Bryce.
The Cage. We also know that the Cage has already happened. Pike has already been there. So those characters could have, we're beyond that point. That Doctor could have already left. Maybe the writers just decided to go a different route with it. I mean, inclusion somewhat. It was a good character. I'm sorry. That Doctor that was in the original series, it was a pretty cool character in the one episode he was in. I'm glad we're getting more of that character. Hopefully he's written right.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, usually that's what I've been a little upset with lately. To me, they're not following that Star Trek format for me. Here's your captain. Here's your first officer. Here's your doctor. Like Voyager, they talk about Hugh as the doctor on the show. He's not even the chief medical officer. He's just one of the ones from the background. And that's kind of off-putting. So they said Mbenga might be a secondary doctor and report to somebody. So Bryce or Piper might be there. But I don't know. I hope it wasn't just a way to throw diversity in, because that I think would take away from it.
If it's done right, it won't take away from it. I mean,
I hope so.
It's one of those situations where it could have been a studio exec is like, you go back and look at the original pilot. There's not much diversity there. There's aliens, and a studio exec said, hey, we need diversity. And instead of people going, okay, we'll just rewrite characters. We'll make this character this instead of that. It seems like they were like, well, you know what? There was a doctor in the original series that we could put in here. It takes place after what everybody saw. So it's extremely plausible that he did serve on the Enterprise and that Bones came on when Kirk came on because they're friends. Because we all know that would happen.
Yeah.
I
mean, if it's written well, I think it'll do well. But
having Uhura on there, I think is fine because her character. They wrote her character well in the Kelvin universe because even in the Prime universe, Uhura was not just your common comms officer. Uhura was the best of the best. She was a prodigy in a sense. She was able to do dialects a lot better than what's her name from Enterprise?
Oshi.
Oshi. Uhura. So I've got no problem with them bringing in a cadet Uhura to be on the Enterprise because Strange New Worlds is Strange New Worlds, and if you've got this promising cadet, I've got no problem with that, and it actually gives her better status.
I think it takes
in the original series.
I think they can get away with it because there was no actual timeline for the original series. We do know Kirk right now should be on the Lexington as Lieutenant Kirk on the Lexington right now with that series, but we'll have to see how they do it. It looks like when I have to admit, the first 2-3 seconds of the trailer, I was chapped because of the lazy looking new uniforms they changed. I don't know why they changed them, but they just look like polyester V-neck sweaters. That's it. They're not the zip-up ones from Discovery Season 2 anymore.
They're trying to segue the uniforms to look like they did in the original series without going as campy as the original series uniforms looked.
They look closer to the Kelvin universe uniforms than anything else. But there's the little V-neck, but they still have the Discovery looking. They just have the Delta logo imprinted all over like parts of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks a little lazy to me. From what they're doing with Discovery's uniforms and getting more elaborate, I think they got a little.
Discovery's a lot more elaborate in the age of Starfleet. I mean,
yeah, but still, they went from before, like the time of Pike and all them, to the 32nd century, they got to get it a little, a little
Yeah.
more to it. I just like the comm badges on Discovery, the Tricoms they call them now. I
Yeah.
love it. I love
Yeah.
them.
No, I always, that was a big problem everybody had with Enterprise. Everything looked too new. Oh, this is a prequel to Star Trek, but it all looks too new.
Yeah. I like how they made the new Enterprise look modern to today, but it's faithful looking to the original series. Hi, Ferdinand.
Yeah, Crashly opened the door, so he's back in here.
Boy.
So yeah, no, I get that. I'll give it a shot.
Okay, now I'm jealous.
I heard when you said you had an issue, I'm like, it's got to be uniforms.
Yeah, it usually is. So I'm dying to see this show. I can't wait to see it. Rebecca Romaine, they said she did an interview, and they're like, her character is definitely, they made her elaborate, in depth, whatever.
And as it needs to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Spock is Spock. You can't really go too far with Spock, but
the one thing I really hope they don't do, and that we do have a small problem if they decide to do it, is I really hope they're not putting Uhura on the ship so they can try to bring a Spock Uhura relationship into
right. I hope they
Prime.
do not. They better not do that.
Because in the Prime universe, Uhura and Scotty all the way.
Right.
Not Uhura and Spock. They can have Kelvin. But Uhura and Scotty in the Prime. Come on, guys.
The other thing they talked about is T'Pring, Spock's wife. But he didn't see T'Pring until a mock time in the original series. He said, we haven't seen each other since we were kids.
Yeah, and they didn't really talk about it. But she may not be in it, or she may, who knows?
Well, they said she's going to be in it, but they said they might have them in two different spots.
Yeah.
So they don't see each other kind of thing. But we're going to have to see how they work it out, because they got an actress they were talking about for T'Pring.
Or it could just be one of those situations where you just got to chalk it up to it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because even
well,
if you sit down and, pizza, come on.
you
If
know.
you sit down and you watch episode 1 of the original series all the way to the final episode of season 3, there are plot holes among plot holes.
I'm on season 2, episode 16 right now. We're doing it again.
As Gene Roddenberry stated, you're not watching what actually happened. You're watching a retelling of what happened, so there are going to be inconsistencies.
Yes.
For whatever we decide, this is a better idea, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We can make it a better idea.
Yeah, I started watching them again because I started making costume-wise. I made the original pilot episodes uniforms. I made a Captain Pike's original uniform, and I made a Spock's original, the blue one, without the black collar, with the blue collar and all that stuff, the velvet, velour, whatever it is. So I've been doing that. So I don't know where I'm going to wear it yet. I might end up selling it on eBay, but it's
It would be awesome,
What?
and it would work with Trek. Is if in Picard we could get some sort of twisted storyline where we get because she quit acting completely. Uhura, Nichelle Nichols,
Yeah, she can't do much
she
anymore.
she quit. But if we could have got where we could have Nichelle Nichols, Walter Koenig, and George Takei to come into Picard's storyline somewhat, that would be awesome, because then at that point we would have had Picard meet the main crew of the original Enterprise.
Axanar.
Huh?
Axanar. That's where they're all. Well, they go kind of time hopping through that, but
I'm just saying. I mean, that to me, that's those are the only 3 he needs to check off.
I did like how they almost put Picard. They did almost had a crossover with Picard and Discovery. The robots at the end that were
Yeah,
coming into Picard
I
were
saw
from
that. I'm
Discovery.
wondering where they're going to go with that. But I'm just saying it would be cool, because those are the only 3 he needs to check off his bingo card.
Yeah,
He's got William Shatner.
yeah.
He's got James Doohan. And he's got I don't know if he met him or not, because wasn't he walking with Riker?
Who? McCoy? McCoy was
Uh,
with Data in the very beginning.
huh? Data.
McCoy? Yeah, he was
McCoy was with Data.
Yeah.
But still, it is still you can assume that Picard met him,
Yeah.
and he got Spock because we had Spock numerous times. So he's got 4 out of the 7. Get him those 3. Michelle Nichols can just be a passing type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sit there. We'll just come in, you talk to him, and then we'll move on.
Not to change the subject, but yeah, maybe a little.
Geek related.
We picked this up in Walmart the other day. Robbie and I were going through Walmart and we saw it. Actually, first we saw a Harry Potter version, but then we saw Star Wars and knew which one we had to get. They're in Walmart right now. Christmas advent calendars.
Oh yes.
The
We get
Legos.
these every year.
The Legos. We try to get them every year for the kids. And they go through. This one's based on The Mandalorian.
Somewhat.
It's got like the Biker Scout. They have a little. There's The Mandalorian. Baby Grogu in there.
Yeah, they have like little Christmas outfits.
And you can store
Yeah,
them right back in the box.
You put them right back in the box when you're all done making them.
And the box is a scene that you can put the little Legos on once you build them every day.
Yeah. But yeah, Star Trek with Lower Decks, I'm really starting to like more and more because they're throwing more and more Easter eggs and making a lot more references that are cool. So,
Yeah.
like, this last episode, Boimler and oh my god, I'm gonna have a brain fart. She's my favorite character, and I
What does she look like?
The captain's daughter.
the captain's daughter. Yeah. Oh my god. Why am I having a brain fart? Where's Hollow Queen?
Right there.
Tawny.
Read.
But anyway, Beckett Mariner. But Boimler and Mariner are in a bar because they can't get into this big Starfleet party. And the bartender said, "You're not the only ones that never made it into a party." And she pointed out at the bar, and it had Kirk and Spock carved into the bar. So they had the two of them drinking in there. They had a couple references to characters from the TNG era in there and stuff like that too.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's one of those that if I get time, I'll sit down and watch it to just watch it and have fun.
Yeah.
I was trying to watch Marvel What If because part of me has a feeling they might integrate some of that into Multiverse of Madness.
I don't know. I'm just
But again, with the writing being so slacking, I'm like, please don't.
Oh, you gotta watch it, Hollow Queen. It's funny. It is funny, that show.
But no,
It's a cartoon. It's geared. It's a cartoon, but it is definitely geared for adults in there.
You like Rick and Morty.
You know, it's on the line of Family Guy, Rick and Morty, all those.
Well, maybe that's something we know.
but that was the other thing I didn't mention. We got coming up this winter. We got Book of Boba Fett,
Yeah, that's gonna be coming up.
Mandalorian season 3, hopefully sometime soon. We got Ahsoka. We
Yeah.
got
Every time
Obi-Wan?
I think Star Trek comes out with a new spin-off, I think Star Wars comes out with another one too. They're kind of going back and forth.
Speaking of Star Wars, I got my mom got me an Oculus as just a surprise thing for helping her out when she was on vacation, going over taking care of her animals and stuff. And I got 30. Maddox we bought him one for his birthday, and there's a thing where you can, like an example, like if you guys decide to get an Oculus, I can get you a code that gives you $30 free.
Oh, wow.
What is that?
When you before you set it up, the VR headset.
Oh, it's a VR set. Yeah, Robbie's eyes
nice.
just perked up really big.
Yeah, they're expensive.
If you guys get one, let me know. I can give you a code that'll instantly give you $30 to spend.
Oh, okay.
And when I set mine up, Maddox gave me the code, and I instantly got $30. I bought I bought the 3 chapters of the Darth Vader VR story.
Oh,
It's
wow.
freaking cool. I mean, it's short, but it's cool. You're a smuggler, and you're looking around. You're doing stuff, and then you end up getting, hijacked by a Star Destroyer, and it ends up taking a Mustafar, and you learn a lot about the history of Mustafar. But Vader's, there, and like they made him like you're sitting there looking up, like what's up? Like it's fun. It's fun.
Is it just a system all its own, or does it go into the PS4? Or?
The Oculus is a system all its own. You don't have to worry about having a PS4, any of that. It's
Okay.
straight. Put it on. You get the joystick or that little handle things.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great, man. It's awesome. They've got a 128K or 128 meg version for $300. The 256 is 400. You know, it's pricey, but at the same time, totally worth it. Beat Saber's amazing. There's another Star Wars game on there I want to get that looks fun, but oh yeah,
The Batman Arkham game. We can play some Batman.
He wants the Batman Arkham game for the VR thing.
yeah. See, and that I don't think it has all those. That's the downside to getting something like that versus the PlayStation one, because I know that Spider-Man on the PlayStation has the VR version.
Yeah, I
And-
bought the Star Trek game, the Star Trek Bridge Crew or something like that for PS4.
that one is on the Oculus, and I want to get that one too.
Well, they have it for because we don't have the VR for it, but it said it will play normally without the VR.
Yeah.
Oh my God, trying to play it without the VR?
You get dizzy.
Yeah, you got 700 different click button, this, move to that, go to here.
Have you guys ever watched the videos on YouTube of people playing VR where they don't have enough room around them, where
Oh,
they
yeah.
like punch through a wall or they're
No,
crazy?
I have not, and part of me,
You touched a kid in the face.
I did punch a kid in the Ninja Nora tried to sneak by me while I had the VR headset and I accidentally punched her in the face.
Knocked her in the face.
Criminals.
So how does Ferdinand
sorry,
like the
Matthew.
new kittens?
Oh, you don't even know if he acknowledges them. Who knows? Because he knows he's the best. But yeah, no,
Kerwin's mom already noticed they're all hers, she said.
I know.
Yeah.
I heard. I'm reading chat. I'm good.
Okay.
Leia's having kittens though.
Aw.
They all got to go somewhere.
Well, we got Binks right now. We got to get him fixed before he starts.
Go ahead. You can have it. Yeah, we're trying
As
to
Leia
find.
has hers, we're hitting up the vet, getting these cats fixed.
Yeah, they're gonna see all the cats you got to get fixed, and he's gonna plan his Disney World vacation on you guys.
We're getting three females fixed. That's it. The kittens are going. They're
A
going.
lot of the humane societies will fix them for free, and especially in situations like this where you have a bunch.
Yeah, we have to possibly find a new place to live. So that's going to be taking up a lot of our time lately, house hunting.
Tell Halloween that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's what Val was talking about, the Hollow Queen. We got to possibly find somewhere to go.
You'll get it, man. Things will work out. It's been a rough year. Yeah, Crashly said you could always move to Missouri. Cost of living's cheaper here.
Didn't I say that?
Yeah, then I got to...
Yeah, it's too far.
Yeah, I think it's a hell of a commute for the kids in their school, especially with Robbie in his senior year. Oh, here he is. You see how big he's gotten?
He's 5 months old. He's the same age as a set of yours.
Yeah, here's Binks.
He was just in that thing.
Mr. Thackeray Binks.
Yeah, there he is.
He was just in that thing.
Yeah, Val decided to pick him up, so he's still like, what the hell? He was laying on the
Sleepy
couch.
guy.
See, you guys, if Leia ends up having some female kittens, we're gonna send you 3 female kittens. So
Yeah.
you can name them after the witches.
No, Binks does not need a harem.
Yeah, Binks' little harem here. You want a girlfriend, Binks?
He's like, I just woke up.
They'd
just
be
woke-
chasing him around all the time. It'd be just like watching the movie.
He just woke up, so he's still not,
Give him 5 seconds, then he'll be into everything.
Yeah. He's that's why he's sitting still, because he's not fully awake yet. Val just woke him up. But yeah, he can this is my little service cat, because he can tell when I'm having little PTSD issues, and he comes over and sits on my head or
Or when your sugar's
sits with me, or
messed
when
up.
everything's up, he comes over.
I know
Ella Queen's gonna look up how to import kittens
off.
from Missouri.
When it's weird.
Ella Queen, if it's a possibility, hey, yeah, I'm not gonna say no. We get rid of some of them. These 3 are obviously spoken for. They're already named.
Can you tell if it's a little
No
toast? I see his
She's
little
already
white
named.
babies.
Queen's like she thinks she's
Hold
getting
on,
3
he
kittens.
don't like it.
Well, I'm through names out there. It's like, oh, they're already named. 2 girls and a boy.
Say hello, Hollow Queen.
I think that great ones.
But it's we've been on here for a little over or
An
for
hour
about
and-
an hour and a
almost an
half.
hour and a
We
half,
started
yeah.
a little later, but I'm tired. I had a long day.
Yeah.
And
Quick one for today.
happy belated birthday pizza.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for that Shatner autograph, man. Oh,
Yeah, I got a
we
lot
will.
of stuff to put in the mix.
We're gonna make something work. It's just so angry. You can ask around. I was very upset I wasn't gonna get to go, but
Sleepy.
Well, we had surprise visitors this weekend anyway, so it would've
Yeah,
been
we had
crazy.
My parents decided to show up Saturday while I was at the convention. Just from Georgia, they just decided to pop in for the weekend.
So it would have been really tight accommodations here.
so see, things happen the way they happen because
That's right.
I tried hard, and I've got the mentality. Like the way I look at things is when you're trying to accomplish something,
Feels like sometimes
I pay attention to the hiccups because a lot of times the hiccups will give you a hint that that's not the way to go.
Yeah.
And the more I kept pushing to do it, the more things started going wrong. Like things that shouldn't. Like I just got new tires on my car back in December, and they were fine, but I ended up running over some crazy piece of metal in the gravel road that blew a tire. Like, come on.
I know, right?
And then the whole looking at it's just like, you know what? It just wasn't in the cards.
Yeah.
And it's happened. I've missed out on some things just because of that, but and then I've turned around and been like, all right, so things happen. Like you had company come over. Well, that would have been shuffling, and who knows? It worked out overall. But we're gonna head out, guys.
Yep.
So thanks everyone for coming. If you're watching on the replay, awesome. Thank you. Like us, subscribe, hit that thumb. Oh, that's liking us, hitting thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you know when we go live again, or if we ever do get videos up. We're busy, guys. Sorry.
Sorry
We're
about
working on it. We got a lot to do still. But everything's good. Thanks for coming. Later, Halloween.
Bye-bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. Live long and prosper. This is the way.
Bye-bye.
Nerdsters out.